Alright, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about wheels. If you guys watched the first video, you guys should know everything about importing and exporting textures and getting the car into game. With that being said, let's get started. So today we're going to be learning how to put new wheels on a car, how to move them, scale them, and get them textured. With that, we are also going to be doing the collisions for the wheel. All right, let's get started. So, essentially, you have the wheels right here, the front. Sometimes you might only be showing the front left wheel. Now with that, these little nodes in the back, there's one right here and one right here. That means there are still wheels there. Now, not all wheels show inside of ZMod for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's dumb. Whatever. So, to get rid of the wheels, we're going to open our car under the structure under L0. And we're going to go down to where it says wheels. So this wheel to this wheel, we're just going to edit, highlight, right click, edit, delete. Now, all the wheels are gone. Now, if you want to do this the other way too, you can go to hub, delete the hubs, which is going to delete your brake calipers as well. I will have a set of calipers inside of the file as well, so you guys have a set of brake calipers to use. So with that being said, we are going to go into our merge after we go into the file, go down to wherever you have the wheels that you would like to put on your car. Now, with that, we're going to go find a pair of wheels that I want to put on this car. We're going to use these, for instance. So we're going to import every single thing in here. So we're going to get the right rear collision, right front collision, left front collision, and left rear collision. Now we're going to merge it in. Then we're going to go to L1 and back to L0. So this will assure that you can actually see your rims inside of ZMODELER. Now, you can highlight all of these, and once you have all these highlighted by clicking on one, hitting left shift, and then clicking the other one to get the scene selected. Now, hover over top of the little box, alt, click, that'll make them all red. So with that, now you have access to move them all around. Go to move, you can move them around just like this. So, with that being said, we can now move them. So the goal is to get them to fit perfectly in the wheel well, like it should be. So we're just going to simply fit them. If you need to make them bigger, you would simply go to the scale tool and drag them up and down. Simple as that. So we're going to put it in the wheel well to where it's going to fit properly, just like this. So the front one is now fitted, and it looks solid from the front. Now you might have to move it in. I will show you guys how to do that here momentarily. Okay, so now that we got the front ones done, we're going to grab the back ones. With the back ones, we're going to move them in to get them to fit the right way with the front ones. Come to this side, make sure they look good. You can always make this bigger to fully see the rim and how it looks. So now that we have the wheels where we want them from this angle, they're going to be the exact same on this side. You can see one there, and you can see one here. With that being said, now we can go ahead and select all four rims again, and then we are going to left alt click again. Now we're going to go to the front view, and we're going to go into the scale mode. You can scale them individually, it's just a little bit harder, so you should try to get them all the same width before you move them to the car. Now, with that, we want to move them in slightly. So we're simply just going to drag down on the x-axis from the front to bring them in just so slightly. If you want to do just the back two, you would go to right rear and left rear and highlight both of those, and then just drag the back two in like that. After doing that, we're going to check the collisions to make sure the collisions are proper. So up here, underneath your structure in your hierarchy, you're going to go to collisions. Your collisions are going to be these little green circles. So you're going to open up each wheel and you're going to click on highlight all of the 4 collisions. After that, you're going to select them. They should turn blue. With this, you can now move them back and forth using your X and Y axis. So for this, we're going to turn everything off but the wheels, and you can see, now I can see the wheels perfectly. We're going to try our best to line these up as perfect. So there's a little line in here. It's a little hard to see, but it comes down and goes that way. You want to get that line perfectly aligned with your rim. So once these 2 lines are perfectly aligned, you can see it now, it's the darker line right here. You're going to turn off pivot mode down here in the bottom right corner. That's going to help us to make it to where the collision won't move as we try to move it. So now with that, you just go into X and Y and go into scale mode and simply drag your cursor up. This is going to make your collisions bigger and smaller. So you want to just go just outside of the tire to where you can barely see right through. So just around right there, just so it fits about perfectly. With that, now you just unselect them, go out of collisions, go back into L0, and show the car again. So now whenever you show collisions, the collisions will show perfectly on the car. Now, the back 2 still need fixed. So how we're going to do that, same way we move the tires, just go select them, go to move, and line them up as necessary. So now that they're lined up perfectly, we are now going to close all of these and we are done with the task. So now what we're going to be doing is getting them put into the game the right way. But first, there is no brake calipers on this car, so we will go ahead and add some brake calipers. I will have brake calipers in with the video, so you guys always have something to use. So this car already has rotors, so we're just going to pull in the calipers. So right here, there's going to be 4 calipers, 2 on each side, like so. So this is going to be a little bit easier because it's already set up for you guys. So you simply just grab the brake caliper and move it to where it would fit on the car realistically. So as you can see, the brake caliper does not even go anywhere near the brake disc. So you're going to do the same thing you did with your tires. You're going to go to the X-axis, fit to the front, and slightly shrink it in. Sorry, turn pivot mode back on and slightly go back in, just to where it fits perfectly with the caliper, so where it looks good. And once you are happy with the front 2, you can then move to the rear 2, and then you can move the rear 2 to fit as necessary. So as you can see, both calipers are on, and they are going to be the identical on the other side if you are doing it the right way. Now, we're going to open this back up, and we are going to drag all 4 calipers right above chassis collisions. Now this part is very key to what you have to do. You have to select all wheels and put them above the chassis collision. With that being said, now your car is ready to be exported and put into the game. So now we're going to do the exact same thing we did earlier. We're going to name this AC track. Any kind of name that you want will do for this situation. Make sure you have your texture folder and your PNG folder. And then we're going to do the same exporting process as we did from episode 1, which is going to be the select, export, come into your AC thing. Make sure it's on GTA Rage model, locked, GTA 5 Legacy, and turn off recreate YTD. That'll just make your life 10 times easier when the time comes. Now, after you have the first one, AC track underscore HI, select, come in back into here, export, and bam, it is exported. Now, once it's exported, you then go back into your folder, make sure they're both there, and then you want to go into the stream. grab both of these, put them into the stream. Now, one thing that's necessary is making sure that your light emissives are up to the top, like I said in episode 1. However, with this, we're not worried about that. We're worried about getting the wheels and the collisions to work properly. So, now we're going to go into our texture browser, and this is going to be the same way as exporting any other textures. So we're going to export the textures for the entire car, since we don't have the textures for this car already converted. However, if you already have the YTD for the car, it does not matter. You can just go through and do the wheel textures, and you will be fine. So once I get done with this, then we can move on to the part of getting it into game. So this is a good, so right here, it's going to say confirm as, so it's saying the EMV DDS already exists. Do you want to replace it? You always hit yes. This didn't happen in episode 1. We got very fortunate with that. However, this might happen and occur at some points. So it's still a very good thing to know that you just hit yes and you go right through with it. And obviously, the more textures, the more props, the more items you have in the car, the more textures it is going to be for you to have to worry about. Okay, now that the all textures are done, we're going to go into our DDS converter, add, get everything from our texture folder, put it into our PNG folder, and hit PNG. Image conversion completed. So now we open OpenIV, Windows, edit mode, car text, right click out in the middle, YTD, AC track, which is the spawn code of this vehicle, open it, import, PNG, Control A, open, OK, and save once they all load in. There's 171 textures on this vehicle. That is pretty high for a vehicle, but it works. It's okay. Nothing will be messed up by it. So now that this is done, we are going to drag this into our same stream folder that we made for our Trackhawk. Grab it and drop it right in the stream. So now it's on the texture file. So now we're going to open the meta files, highlight all these, Control C, open, Control V. We're going to highlight the name, Control F, drop arrow, AC track, bam, file, save, minimize, open, save, file, save, minimize, open, replace, file, save. Now with this one does end up having the windows. If you do not have the animation, it will crash your game. So with this, we're once again just going to put null on the VA and the window. Not all cars will have this. Most of them will not unless you put it on it. So save this, minimize, and your car is now ready to be put into the game. So you're going to open your TX data, your CFX, your resource, your cars folder, and you're just going to take your car and drag and drop it into your file. Now you can check your test server and you can see your wheels in game for the first time. So now once we are in the game, we are going to just go to our test location, which is going to be the casino for this. Doesn't matter where you're at, obviously. Spawn, AC track, and the car spawns in, and it sits perfectly how we wanted it to. Now, you can always move the back wheels up or down depending on how you want the vehicle to sit. However you want the vehicle to sit, you just move the wheels to wherever fits necessary. In this case, the front is sitting a lot lower, so it's a little slammed in the front. Brake calipers are perfectly on there. They fit perfect. And the wheels do end up changing colors with this. I will show you guys how to change the colors in another video whenever I go over how to make everything change colors in the first place. So with that being said, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are always learning more than what you knew prior.